Listen now. The sea has an old tale to tell. I walked where the green grass leans to the foam, where the salt wind comes rolling over the stone, with the gulls wheeling high, where the wild waters run, and the cliffs turning gold in the morning sun. Far below the old breakers were calling my name. Each wave met the rock, then returned whence it came. I stood at the edge with the whole world in view, where Ireland ends in Atlantic blue. There are things ye can hold, there are things ye can know, and some only speak when you stand still and slow. Where the Atlantic meets Ireland, where the green meets the endless blue, where the wind tells its tales to the cliffs on the shore, and the old waves come rolling through. Where the Atlantic meets Ireland, under white and wandering skies, I heard something older than words in the wind, where the cliffs and the great ocean rise. I met old Cormac alone on the way, his coat worn smooth by the wind and the spray. He looked toward the water, then nodded to me. I've spent half me life keeping watch on that sea. I waited for legends, for heroes of old, for some grand ancient secret a stranger gets told. But he smiled, we passed, lad, as all people do. Yet the land keeps its talk with the ocean in blue. Where the Atlantic meets Ireland, where the green meets the endless blue, where the wind tells its tales to the cliffs on the shore, and the old waves come rolling through. Where the Atlantic meets Ireland, under white and wandering skies, I heard something older than words in the wind, where the cliffs and the great ocean rise. So I followed the path as the daylight grew gold, with Cormac's few words and the story they told. Every stone seemed to carry what years couldn't say. Every wave wrote a line, then washed it away. 'Twasn't sorrow I carried, nor longing for home. I had nothing to ask of the wind or the foam. I just stood where the grass meets the salt-laden air, and found there was more in the listening there. I came there to see it, I stayed there to hear the voice of the water that no hand can steer. No answer was given, no answer I need, for the sea spoke in thunder, and the cliffs let it be. Where the Atlantic meets Ireland, where the green meets the endless blue, where the wind tells its tales to the cliffs on the shore, and the old waves come rolling through. Where the Atlantic meets Ireland, under white and wandering skies, I heard something older than words in the wind, where the cliffs and the great ocean rise. Aye, where the Atlantic meets Ireland, let the years come and wander away. The sea will keep speaking, the cliffs will stand listening, at the edge of an Irish day. And I left with the evening, but the waves carried on, where the Atlantic meets Ireland, long after I'd gone.